I have a client that asked me why I declare to myself that my state of being is primary. So I want to answer that, and I also want to explain what I even mean by state of being for those who don't know. So my state of being is my emotional state, the way I'm behaving, my actions, my thoughts. It's the totality of everything in the present moment that is who I am, the expression of how I'm expressing myself, everything. It's the state of my being in the present moment. And so I say to myself, I remind myself constantly that this is primary. And what I mean when I say it's primary, I literally mean it's the most important thing in my life at all times, always. It's more important than eating. It's more important than shooting a video. It's more important than getting my work done. It's more important than spending time with my wife. It's more important than if my son slipped and fell and he's about to fall off the edge of a cliff. Like, my state of being is more important than saving him. What? So the reason I can say this is because of the way I relate to the impact my state of being has on my experience of life and the outcomes I produce in the world, even the outcome of saving somebody from falling off a cliff. So let's start there. Let's start at the most extreme, ridiculous, crazy example and look at if my state of being is fear or worry or concern to the point where I'm not focused and I'm not committed to whatever action I need to take to save that person, then the chances that I will be effective are a lot lower than if my state in that moment was absolute commitment and focus on the end result that I want to produce. And that commitment and focus produces more relaxedness and flow and calm, which gives me more access to my creativity and more power, more strength, physical strength in that moment, and more power. But let's make it to something a little more everyday. So, I have plans to hang out with my wife, but my state of being is not such that the way I will be with her is loving. Well, I'm actually going to prioritize improving my state of being just over spending time with her, meaning I say, hey babe, let's meet up in a half hour or an hour, or I need some time for myself first because I need to go and clean up my mind. It's running wild, or it's messy, or I'm not in a really loving place. I'm going to prioritize that over spending time with her, because then the time that I do spend with her is going to be of a higher quality and a better experience than the time would have been if I didn't make my state of being primary and get myself back to this loving place. And oftentimes this means that spending time with others or doing things with others can take a shorter amount of time, can have a shorter amount of time for it, because I'm dedicating time to my state of being and doing whatever I need to do to get myself into a really grateful, loving place. But it doesn't always take that long. Sometimes it's just a few minutes. But the point is, I'm willing to sacrifice that time, the quantity of time, for the quality of time that I generate through prioritizing my state of being. When I say it's primary, I literally mean that it's it's the primary source of all the things that I create in the world, right? It's the source of my creativity. It's the source of my ability to communicate effectively. It's the source of my ability to connect with people. It's the source of my presence. It's the source of my insight. It's the source of my wisdom. It's the source of my strength. Yesterday I was doing a long workout called Murph, 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 sit-ups, 300 squats, and a 1 mile run. And my effectiveness in that workout is going to be primarily an expression of, well, I don't know about primarily an expression of my state of being. It's certainly going to be affected by my state of being. My fitness will probably have a lot to do with it too. But the agency that I have over it in the moment anyway is primarily through my state of being. Where's my mind at? Am I freaking out about how much work there is? Am I like, am I thinking thoughts that are going to make it more difficult, or am I thinking thoughts that are going to make it easier? Or am I not thinking? So that makes it even easier, right? So what is my state of being at all times is my primary focus, because of the influence I know it has on my actions, my behaviors, my ability to connect with people, my whole mind, and everything I experience is subject to my state of being. And so that's primary, because that's the lowest level, that's the deepest level at which I can affect my experience, my actions, and thus the results I create in the world. My state of being is the highest leverage point for creation in my experience. My state of being is my highest leverage point for creation in result of results in the world, the external world. My state of being is my highest leverage point, and that's why it's primary. I've always been interested my whole life in leverage. Where is there higher leverage? Where can I move the fulcrum even closer so that I can have even more leverage? Whether it was real estate investing, financial leverage, leveraging developers when I had my media company, also any kind of leverage. Physics, I study physics and math, electricity and magnetism, mechanical leverage. I've always been fascinated with that. Where can I get the most leverage in creating? And in my experience, my state of being is the highest leverage point for my power to create. That's why it's primary. If you found this interesting, I'd love to connect with you on a deeper level. I have an email link down the bottom that you can click, or a sign-up link that you can click. You can add your email address to my list, and that is the beginning of a deeper relationship where I send out emails when it feels true for me. I don't have a regular practice of it. When I have something that I want to share, and the stuff that I share there is more personal than the stuff that I share out on social media and publish on my blog and stuff like that. And it's also directed more towards you as a dialogue with you about creating in your world, in your life. And you're welcome to reply to those emails. I read all of them. But it's a step in the direction of us creating together on some level. And so if you'd like that, I'd love to hear from you. Sign up down below, and you'll hear from me personally as well if you do that. And otherwise, hey, share the video, hit the comment button, and share what your thoughts are, ask a question, hit the like, share with your friends. More than anything, though, I love you for listening and watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.